Greetings. I'm smiling because I have had a musical experience this week that most of you will not believe. You see, I got my hair cut. See, doesn't it look nice? Okay, you're sitting here saying he has completely lost it. He's talking about a barber shop and a musical experience. Yes, it was. You see, I was changing barbers. One of my friends suggested a barber, and he said they cut hair really well. That was the only thing he told me, so I went there. I walked into the barber shop, and it was a three-chair barber shop. In the first chair was a gentleman strumming away on a guitar, just fooling around with it, doing some finger picking and just playing a little bit. The second gentleman was actually cutting hair. He's a tall, thin gentleman, and he is a gentleman who I had gone to see. The one on the third chair was sitting in a chair looking at a guitar he had just taken out a case. It was a new guitar, and he was checking it out. He had bought it at a low price because it was a blam. And he was looking at it. He jumped out of the chair real quickly and said, "May I help you, sir?" And I said, "Yes, I'd like to get a haircut." So I got like a 20-minute haircut. Then I spent the next hour and a half to 2 hours in the barber shop. As customers came and went, the gentleman in the first chair would sit there and strum. Sometimes he wouldn't. They were very courteous, very polite to customers. Customers came first. The music came second. Then, as people thinned out of the barbershop, pretty soon it was just the three of them and me sitting in the barbershop. The man in the first chair would play Elvis songs and sing along with Elvis type, crooning type songs. They were very good. He was good. The gentleman in the second chair then took the guitar from the other gentleman and said, "Let me look at that a minute." And then he started playing. He played very well. He had been a professional player in Nashville. One of the people he had backed up in musical groups was Jerry Reed. You might remember him from Smokey and the Bandit. I have a feeling that was an enjoyable pair. Next, the gentleman in the third chair would just pick at his guitar and look at it, and he was talking about whether it's a good guitar or not. And we got into discussion of guitars. We discussed guitars for a while. Then we discussed music. We discussed rock. We discussed the history of rock. I told them what I did, and they all got excited about your class. They want to know all about your class and the people in it. And of course, I couldn't tell them about the people in it, but I told them what we did in this class, and I got the feeling they would like to monitor it. You know, they would be a fun trio to have in the class. Now, that was the musical experience I had. The reason I'm telling you that is because you can experience music everywhere. Today I went to the grocery store, and the carry-out boy was singing as I walked out. Probably happy to be rid of me. But that is the kind of thing you experience in music all the time. Some of you have been concerned because you're not as knowledgeable in music as some of the other people in the class. On the other hand, I will tell you, I have been tremendously impressed by the knowledge some of you have in music too. So, you who are not that knowledgeable in music, you are scholars. You become scholars and you study it and you listen to it and you enjoy it. You don't have to be a great cook to enjoy great food. You don't have to be a great musician to enjoy great music. So, let's see what we have coming this week. This week is a fun week because in the discussion forum, we're going to discuss new genres and new sounds. A lot of innovations will happen this week, and I want you to look at them. And what we're going to discuss is, tell me, what are some of the new genres? What are some of the new sounds that you see in this week? Then, this is where it gets tricky. I also want you to throw in there little things about whether you think these new sounds or new genres were improvements. Now, you have to be really careful here because what you think was not an improvement, somebody else may think is the greatest improvement since sliced bread. You see, you don't all like the same kind of music, and that is great. The writing assignment, you get a chance to freelance and be as free-spirited as you want. I'm a great believer in that sort of thing, as you can guess. What I want you to do is tell me, where do you think the new genres of music are going, and where do you think the new sounds are going, and what will music be like in the future? You get to be a fortune teller, okay? So you can say, this is what's going to happen. Now, if you don't have any idea what would happen, and you don't want to go down that route, then go down this route. Tell me what you would like to see happen in music. Some of you may say you'd like to see it come to a screeching halt and go back to waltzes. You can go anywhere you want to with this assignment. That's why I think it could be the most enjoyable assignment. So, That's it. You do your forum, you do your paper, and you do your blogs. And until next week, this is Dennis, as they used to say on the radio, signing off until the same time. Talk to you later. Bye.